Welcome back. Today's session starting with the roll down, all the way down to the floor, vertebrae by vertebrae, taking your time to breathe. Exhale to roll back up. Engaging the core, pelvic floor engaged. Taking time to separate, find space between the vertebrae, coming all the way back up, standing tall. One more roll down. Taking it down onto the mat. Bringing the knees underneath the hips, the wrists underneath the shoulders for hovering the knees. Engaging the core, exhale, and we hover. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale down. Keep the core engaged, keep the spine nice and long. Hover. Inhale down. Good, pulling the tummy button back to the spine. Exhale as you lift the knees. Holding it for 4 counts. Bringing the knees down. Keeping that neutral spine, extending opposite arm and leg. And bringing everything back in on the inhale. Exhale, extend opposite arm and leg. Reaching out towards the end of the foot and the end of the fingers, extending through, keeping the hips in line, keeping the spine in neutral, core nice and tight. Now we just extend through the leg, 8 pulses up towards the sky. Keep the core engaged. Bring the knee into the chin, extend. Bring the knee in on the inhale, extend, exhale, and pulse that same leg 8 more times. Bringing the knee in, extend through to the toes. And changing legs. Keep the core nice and tight, the pelvic floor engaged. Extending the leg, 8 pulses, activating the glutes and the hamstrings. Bringing the knee into the chin and extending and curling that spine and extending back to neutral, pulsing through that leg. Activating the glutes and the hamstrings. Keep the head in line with the spine. Bringing the knee in. And extending back out. Good. Taking it back to child pose. Just sit back onto the heels, stretching the arms, stretching through the shoulders. Back onto all fours, just drawing circles with the hips. Really getting some movement into the outside of the hips. Stretching. Any tight parts, just take a stretch there. And bringing it down. Arms down on the thighs. Core engaged, pulling the tummy button away from the spine on the exhale. We lift. Opening out the collarbones, sliding the shoulder blades down the back. Inhale to come down. And exhale to lift, open out the shoulders. And inhale back down. Again, exhaling to lift. Inhale, bring everything down. Exhale to lift. And relax back down to the mat. Take the hands underneath the forehead. Keep the forehead on the back of the hands, exactly the same. Core engaged. Exhale, lift. Inhale down. Exhale, lifting up. Inhale, bring it down. Keep the core engaged, the pelvic floor nice and tight. And one more. Bringing it into a seated position now. onto the seat bones, knees bent, arms out in front, half roll back, scooping out the tummy. On the exhale, rolling back over the tailbone. Inhale up, swing the arms round, and exhale over the tailbone, taking it back, and inhale, shoot up, and now 2 more. Exhale over the tailbone, and bring everything up, sitting tall, roll over the tailbone, scooping out the tummy, keeping the ribs locked down towards the hips, and taking it all the way down to the mat. Core engaged. Bringing the knees up to a tabletop position. Bringing head, neck and shoulders up as we begin the 100. 100 taps, 5 taps for every inhale breath, 5 taps for every exhale breath, keeping the core engaged, squeezing the heels together, finding some tension between the inner thighs. Nice deep breath. With this you can take a break if you need to, and then come back up and finish the 100 taps. Just bringing the knees into chest just to relax. Taking the arms out to the side, we're going to rock the knees from one side back to center, to the other side, keeping the shoulders down onto the floor, just twisting through the waistline. Core nice and tight, pelvic floor pulled up. Moving now into toe taps, keeping the knees in tabletop position, head, neck and shoulders down. Contraction in the abdominal muscles, pelvic floor pulled up, knees a little further forward actually towards the chest. Toe taps down and back up, tapping one at a time. Taking it now into single leg stretch, bringing head, neck and shoulders up, pushing away through the foot, really extending through the toes. Inhale breath, exhale breath each time you move the legs. Your breathing controls the movement here. Straight into the scissors, straightening the legs, 90 degrees, extending one leg down and changing. Keep the breathing, controlling the movement of the legs. Core engaged, ribs locked down towards the hips. Relaxing the knees into the chest. And beginning a double leg stretch. Exhale, everything goes away from the body. Inhale, bringing it all back to center. Exhale, arms and legs away. Inhale, all the way round. Controlling the legs, keeping them at 45 degrees. Keeping the tummy tucked tight. Core engaged and pelvic floor engaged. Pushing up into the shoulder bridge now. Exhale as you roll over the tailbone, up into the bridge, taking the arms overhead. And bringing them all the way back down towards the sides. And again, taking the arms over. If you feel comfortable, extend the leg up to 90 degrees. Big powerful kicks down and back up, flexing the foot as it comes down, pointing the toe as we go up. Squeezing the glutes at all times, squeezing the hamstrings, making sure those hips are level, ribs locked down towards the hips, and changing legs. Keep the breathing going. And exhale to roll down through the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, bringing the pelvis down last. Straight into the neck pull. Exhale as you bring the whole body up, making sure the core is engaged, pulling the neck. 2 pulses forward, sitting up onto the seat bones and gently rolling back down. Exhaling to come up. Rolling up into a seated position, into boat pose, balancing with the feet off the floor, core engaged, pelvic floor tight. Exhaling, opening the arm, inhale back in. Keep the core tight, twisting through the waistline, trying to keep the feet as still as possible. And sitting up. Alternative option is to keep the feet grounded on the floor, rolling over the tailbone, half roll back and extending the arms. Exhale away, inhale back. Taking it into a front plank. Making sure the shoulders go over the wrists. Keeping the spine in a neutral position. If you feel safe and balanced and the hips are level, you can extend the leg up. Kicking those legs. Keeping your balance, squeezing the glutes and the hamstrings. And gently bring yourself down. And again, taking it up. Trying to keep everything as still as possible, core nice and tight. Taking it into the side plank. Exhale, making sure the core is engaged. We pulse at the top for 4, 3, 2, 1, sending the hips towards the ceiling. Inhale down. Exhale up, pulse 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring everything down. Keeping the core engaged. And repeating on the other side. Making sure the core is nice and tight, pelvic floor is engaged. We take it all the way up. Find your balance and pulse. pulsing at the top, just the hips moving up and down. Time now just to stretch it out.